A thug witnessed a car accident, and while watching the scene unfold, two people suddenly appeared and rushed to the site to film it. After they finished filming, Louis approached them and asked, "Is this going to be on TV?" The man told him, "As long as there's blood, it'll be on the morning news headlines." Louis asked, "Which channel?" The man replied, "Depends on which channel offers more money." The next morning, Louis sat by the TV and sure enough, he saw footage of the car accident from the previous night. He figured this was a business he could get into. Louis was an orphan who had been stealing ever since he was a kid, but he knew that couldn't be a long-term solution. Now, an opportunity had come, and he needed to seize it. The next day, Louis went to a bike race track and saw a bike owner toss his bike by the roadside. Louis assumed the owner didn't want it anymore, so he took it and pushed it to a second-hand shop, where he traded it for a regular camera and a police scanner. And that's that night, he got to work. Louis rushed to two accident scenes, but both were insignificant DUI incidents. Not only did he fail to capture anything useful, but he was also chased away by the police and verbally abused. But Louis didn't give up. After all, the hardest part is always getting started. When he arrived at the third accident scene, he finally saw another photographer. Louis took a quick glance at his colleague's high-end equipment and knew that in this business, you needed to capture something no one else could to make money. So, he boldly bypassed the police and aimed his camera at the victim's face. Louis' actions angered the police, and both he and the other photographer were kicked out. Ignoring the insults from his colleague, Louis followed him to eavesdrop on the details of his deal with the TV station. Then, Louis took his own footage to the station, where the person in charge, Baron, said they already had footage, but Louis emphasized that his footage was closer and bloodier. After some negotiation, Louis sold the footage for $250, which made him very happy. The next morning, Louis researched the meaning of each police code online and carefully took notes. To improve his efficiency, he hired a homeless man named Chris to be his navigator for $30 a night. The two set out again, and this time it was a shooting incident involving a wealthy family, though no one had been injured. Louis came up with a bold idea. He snuck into the house, noticed a photo on the fridge, and placed a picture of a baby and the family portrait next to the bullet holes. What had been a dull scene now looked like a happy family had been invaded by criminals. Louis then took the footage to the TV station, where Baron praised the footage and handed him a larger check. Louis felt he had mastered his skills and started holding himself to higher standards. He learned how to edit, and the two of them worked day and night, tracking accidents and disasters. Over time, Louis' work went smoothly, and he made a lot of money. He upgraded his camera to a more advanced model and even bought a sports car. With his equipment improving, his pursuit of perfect shots became more intense.